Hi, it's Melinda from God's Breath Farm. How are you doing today? I'm coming to you to talk to you about eggs. So we have so many right now, and it's a good thing. I mean, we have enough to go around. So if somebody's interested in purchasing and you are local, by all means, just send me a private message, and I would love to get together with you, or you can stop on by the house and pick up a dozen eggs. So I have roughly probably about 3 dozen right now that can be picked up if anybody's interested. They're $2 a dozen, and they are free range guys. So eggs. Okay, let's talk about this. See, this one's white. Yeah, you notice a little bit of, whoops, let's go back this way, a little bit of stuff on it. Okay, now I'm going to take you through some other eggs. We have some Americanas. Now this is more like a light blue egg, almost like a robin's egg, but not quite that brilliant. This one, even though it looks kind of brown, this one is like a, almost, it has a green tinge to it. Then we have, I call these freckle eggs, okay? So we have one that's, see if you can see some of the freckles on that. You see that? It's freckles. And I've got another freckle one. Now this freckle egg looks a little bit different because, I don't know if you could see that. It's got like light brown freckles. And I have another brown egg that has additional freckles. It's kind of neat. And then we have my duck eggs. The ducks are, they don't care where they poop out their eggs, okay? And I don't want to say poop because it doesn't come out of that hole, but they don't care where they lay their eggs. Now, you will find them in the dirt. You will find them in the yard. You will find them in just places you would have never thought to find them. This was in the coop. I do need to clean out the coop, but again, it got buried. They're messy anyway, ducks are. So if you get an egg from us, you might see some stuff like this on there, and that is a little bit of dirt on there. It might be a little poop, but usually it's just dirt. Now, what we do is we do clean these before we use them, and I will store them like this. Storing them like this, or even with a little bit of dirt on them, is not going to hurt the egg. It actually has a special bloom around it, and that's what it's called. It's a bloom around your egg, and that protects the egg until you're ready to crack it and open it. So there is a nice protection on here. Now, when you go to the store, you have, I think it's about 2 to 3 weeks to use your eggs. The bloom protects it from anything that's small, microscopic kind of cooties to get in and out, germs, and so on and so on. So even though they have some dirt on them right now, they're protected. They're fine. Once I wash them, then we have some time, about 2 weeks to use them. Now the difference between, and you can look at my YouTube videos, I will leave the link in the comments here where you can find it. I did a demonstration, the difference between duck eggs and chicken eggs. Now these look like they're about the same size. Let me see if I got another little guy here where you can tell the difference. Yeah, you could tell that this one's a little bit smaller than the duck egg. But the difference between duck eggs and chicken eggs, first of all, the duck eggs we use them a lot more in baking because they really, really do make more loftier cookies and breads and so on. You can use them for scrambled eggs. You can use them any other way that you'd like to. Some folks might have allergies to chicken eggs and they can use duck eggs. So you might want to look into that, do a little research. Also, the difference between, let's talk about the age-old thing about brown eggs versus white eggs. Now you'll see these in the store, these brown eggs, you might see them $1 or more a dozen. There is no difference nutritionally between our chicken eggs, white, green, blue, because they come in a wide range of colors for these eggs. Green, again, I mentioned, blue, light brown, and so on, pink. There's no nutritional difference. The only time you'll have that is if your farmer, your person that is raising the chickens does do some kind of, like let's say omega-3s, they might add that to there's other different feed that they can add to enhance your egg, your protein in your egg. They can do that now. If they can go ahead and back that up, then that's cool. Then that would be your better buy. But because of the eggshell, that's not going to be more protein than this white egg. Okay, so just so you know that, so when you go to the store, you're going to see those brown eggs, and they're going to say they're, hey, this, and this, but No, unless they can back it up again and say, then okay, that they have the extra omegas, they added this to enhance the production, and now there's this brilliant, awesome, more protein. So there's no big difference. So if you have one of these eggs that are like these, and again, this one's more of a green, and this one's a blue. So if you see these eggs and you come on out, you gather eggs with me, and you're gonna be like, oh, Melinda, this one's really old because it's green, or it's like off green. I'm going to tell you no. The chickens, again, a wide range of colors. It's really fascinating how many different colors you can get. And I'm just tickled pink to see this like green and this blue and even the brown, because I didn't expect to, I wasn't knowing what to expect from some of these chickens because they were gifted to us. So I'm really excited. I do have a French Marin, which hopefully will be laying soon, and she's got more of a dark chocolate kind of egg. So I'm really excited about that. I'm looking forward to those. They should be starting anytime now. So that's pretty exciting. And even your duck eggs, they do come in a wide range of colors as well. So this duck egg, the shell is a lot harder. The contents of the duck egg is going to look a lot more gelatinous than your chicken egg. So if you see that and you have a hard time breaking that shell on that duck egg, that's totally normal. And then again, it's going to look a lot more gelatinous. It's a lot nicer way than I've said it, I think, in my video. But that's a big difference too. Now, our eggs compared to your store eggs, what you're going to see with our eggs, you're going to see them in a bright orangey yellow, just very rich looking. Anybody, not just ours, that free ranges their chickens, that has them out, pasture raised chickens, is going to have beautiful colors on their yolks. Now, when you open up a store-bought egg, I get really sad because even when I go to restaurants and I see my omelet that has been made, or my over easy eggs, whichever, they are almost pale, very pale, and just, it doesn't seem like it's full of life. Eggs that you get from your local farmer, from your local person that raises chickens, those are going to be rich looking, and they seem like they're full of life. They're going to even taste better because these chickens have been raised on bugs, grass, sunshine. They get out to exercise and roam around. They're almost bigger than some of the store-bought eggs too. Even the yolks are bigger. So, if you're feeling adventurous, you don't necessarily have to try mine, but go get out to your farmers markets. Those are going to be starting soon. And find somebody that does free-range eggs, pasture-range, or cage-free eggs. Ask them first how they take care. How do they care for their chickens? Are they able to roam around? Or pasture-raised or free-range, do you mean that you open up a door just temporarily, let them have like an hour of sunlight from the door, and yet they're stuck inside this little room? Or do you really literally let them roam around the fields, or do you have them enclosed in a field where you just move them around, pick them up and move them around? And some folks do that, and that's awesome if they do that too. But I just wanted to encourage you to, try something different. The eggs that are farm raised here from your local neighbor down the road, don't be scared to try them. I was at first, because when I thought, well, I don't want a baby chicken in them. Let me dispel this myth right here. When you get your eggs, you don't need a rooster. When you get your hens, you don't need a rooster. A rooster is just there to procreate. So you don't need that rooster there for your eggs. Your hen will still lay eggs no matter what. So if you are a backyard farmer, have a couple chickens, and you wanted hens to lay eggs, you might feel bad, well, I need a rooster. You don't need that rooster, okay? He's just there to make some noise. He will protect the girls, but not needed at all. If you want to have like little chicks or something, that's fine. Now you might worry, okay, I have a rooster. Now I'm scared to eat the eggs. My girls finally started laying, and I'm a little scared. Now what do? I don't want to get a baby. Well, it does take some time to have that baby grow. So if you have a rooster and he has been hitting those hens, please, you're going to eat those eggs right away. Now, if you're going to wait a couple months or so, and if you care for your eggs properly, there is a way to store your eggs for a little bit longer. But if they're going to get warm, if you're going to set them out for too long, they might start heating up, especially during the summer months when you get those. So I usually try right away to put them in the refrigerator to stop anything. So again, this might cause some images in there to make you a little freaked out or a little weirded out. If you care for your eggs carefully, you're not going to see any babies in your pan, okay? Just be careful with your eggs. Make sure you refrigerate them right away. They do have to be at below a certain temperature in order to stop that process. So just be mindful of that. be adventurous, and I hope I haven't scared you away. But check out my YouTube video because I do have some other videos on chicken eggs. And I do have a blog post, so if you're starting to get, now that it's time for spring, you might be interested in getting chicks of your own or ducklings. So I do have a blog post. I think I'll pop that on here on the feed. What? That's my bad ear. Okay, what's your question? Excuse me.
It's a tip.
Okay.
That
You get in here.
your eggs start getting pecked. Put when you have golf balls, put golf balls in them.
Yes, that's what we've been doing. So if you get hens and
They peck at the eggs.
yes, if they peck at the eggs, a tip is to get a golf ball, or if you don't have that, sometimes you can use a wooden egg too, or a ceramic egg. So what they'll do is they'll peck at that fake egg, and they'll realize, ooh, I can't get into that. So that should deter them from pecking any further. Now, what if they are pecking their eggs? What that can mean is they're not getting enough protein, they're not getting enough food, and especially during the wintertime, we experience that. How about it, Marianne? Yeah, we experienced that during the wintertime. So they weren't getting enough what they needed. They had the feed block, which I did bring in because we had such a cold winter. So I got everybody feed blocks, and that seemed to help a little bit, but making sure also to bump up, I do have another video too on using bugs, and I kept them in the freezer for the winter time. So yes, they were dead, but to boost up their protein, I did feed them some frozen bugs. That was the Japanese beetles, because we had such an invasion. Again, that's on my YouTube channel. You have to check it out. We have plenty of cool videos on there.
Also,
yes,
when
why
it
don't
turns
you come on in here?
When it turns spring, get those new traps for beetles. Put them around your garden, and they have going around your garden and they're eating the plants. Yes,
he is right. They do have Japanese beetle traps. I can't remember the name of those off the top of my head. Do you remember?
No.
I don't remember the name of those, but check it out at your local hardware store. Again, I have a video on that. So you can view that video, and I can show you, I think in the video I tell you what the name of the bag is, and there's an attractant that comes with it. So you can save your plants. Yes, dear.
Not only, just look up beetle traps. That should come.
Yeah, beetle traps. Yeah, that should do it. But I know Spectracide, there was no harmful chemicals. It was just an attractant that had essential oils in it, lemon balm, and I forgot what else. But it attracted those bugs like crazy, and we were able to save a lot of our plants.
When you have ducks, just feed them to my ducks.
The ducks love the Japanese beetles. They were all over that, quicker than the chickens. They love that. Yeah, I think I'm down to my last frozen bag, and I have like a gallon-sized bag of these guys, and they're usually gone, oh gosh, within an hour or so, or
like
less.
10 seconds.
Yeah, it seems like it.
It seems like 10 minutes or 10 seconds.
10 seconds, but we're going to sign on off. We're just coming on to, yes dear, we're just coming on to talk to you about eggs.
Next video, go check it out.
Yes, on the next video, come and check us out.
I'm probably going to go on it. And,
but again, eggs, brown, white. And if you're catching the replay, let me know where you're seeing us from, and also just hit replay. If you have any questions about the eggs, up a little. If you have any questions, just pop them on down here.
No dots.
I told them they're like freckles.
They have no freckles.
That's what it reminds me of.
Just in case you didn't see them back here.
That's my helper. Alrighty, we're going to say goodbye. You say goodbye with me?
This is a very clean egg.
That is a very clean egg. It's not often that we get clean eggs like this, and I hadn't washed that one.
And remember I've got that green one?
Yeah, this is like a green one right here. Well, it's kind of like a light brown. But anyway, we are going to take off now. You want to say goodbye with me? Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions for a video, let me know. Pop it in the comments. Bye.